Hi and welcome back to softtonic.com. I'm Alex and we are here today to look at Titan Souls, the indie game that was based on a game jam that you could, I suppose, most tightly linked to something like Dark Souls, in that you die a lot and it's incredibly frustrating, but in a great way. Okay, starting up, we're not going to do that. This is not my main save file. My main save file is on my computer at home. But as you can see there, I killed 2 people and died 9 times. Now, as I said, this is part of a game jam. If you don't know what those are, oh, we'll wait for this to start up. This is your character, and they have a bow and an arrow, and I use the singular quite deliberately there, because you just have one arrow, but you can suck it back in. So you fire and suck, fire and suck. Yes, this is part of a game jam, and game jams are short game developments where teams of people get together, they make a game, or they make the idea and concept for a game based around a theme, and then sometimes they produce them, sometimes they use them as a learning exercise. And in this case, the theme was one shot. And obviously with one arrow, you only ever get one shot, so you have a lot of bosses to see off with relative, could say relative ease, but because you die with one hit, and those bosses are quite tricky, shall we say, you can die a lot, even if in theory even if you can see the theory and how easy they are. Very simply. Now, holding back on the X button there will charge up a bigger beam, and A allows you to run and roll. Opening these up. So let's start with the easiest, or what I think is the easiest. We'll work around the others, and we'll try and do, let's say, 3 bosses. Let's say 3 bosses. Save me embarrassing myself too greatly. Now, I warn you in advance, you are going to get frustrated watching me play this, but keep in mind the game is incredibly tightly controlled, so everything you do, or everything I do, is done with precision. I'm not very good, it's not the game. So when I get frustrated, blame me. And if you like what you're seeing, then this is absolutely worth having. Whew. So what's beautiful about this, obviously, is that his movements are very... Whoa, I've never seen him do that before. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sucking my arrow back. Sucking my arrow back. But yeah, you can nail it whenever. And one shot has absolutely killed him. And that is, beyond doubt, the best run I'm ever going to do with that. So I should probably just stop now. Pretend like I am that masterful. But I won't. I'll keep playing in embarrassing fashion. This always reminds me of the Highlander. There can be only one! Boom. Highlander. Great movie if you haven't seen it. Absolutely worth watching. Christopher Lambert, one of his bigger roles, I suppose, other than Raiden and Tarzan in Greystoke. Which, incidentally, was what he was hired for Highlander off the back of Greystoke, and he couldn't speak. He could barely speak any English, but the director didn't realise that. He was like, I want him! Then found out that he didn't speak English, which is why he speaks so deliberately in that. Anyway, that really isn't anything to do with this. Now, this one is a bit of a Zelda boss in many ways. You've got to wear out the bubbles. Now, I didn't realise until a recent run-through of this boss that you can actually get stuck in the kind of slimy stuff that he spits out. So you want to avoid that. Try and lead the bubbles away from you, because once you start slowing down, you get in real trouble. Real fast! As seen there. That was all me, though. It is possible to play with digital controls, but you absolutely need the analog for aiming and targeting, because otherwise it all goes horribly wrong real fast. Right, one more time from the top. Thunk. Oh. Yeah, and he can bounce over it, so you've got to be quite careful with your timing there as well. But keep your distance and it all gets a bit easier. Thing is, you're also further away from the target, obviously. So it's this weird trade-off. Try and catch him with the back. Oh, yes! Caught him with the back. This is as good a run as I could hope for. Suck that arrow back and there can be only one! That's probably not what I'm meant to be getting from this, but I'm enjoying it anyway. Oh, leaning back in my chair. Happiness. This next one is not going to go so well. And in fact, I hope it doesn't go so well, because if it goes well, I get past it and I'm onto a really hard guy, or at least somebody that I find really hard. You know, I'm sure people out there who play this are like, it's easy. But especially talking, I'm not very good at games. I'm fairly good at games in general, but in a kind of vague way, not every game. So, suck that arrow back up. We're gonna have a couple of runs at this guy. Now, if you hadn't noticed, we've done an eye, a heart, and now a brain. And the goal here is he's stuck in a big cube of ice, so you need to melt the ice first, which is done by the flame thing in the middle, which can only be activated by him rolling over these. So what you need is him to be... Ah, damn it. Whew. Whew. I could probably have done that then. Now it gets a little bit of a burn after the fact, so you can get away with... Well, that's not going to do it. Come for me, come for me, come for me. Ooh. Ooh. Get a bit more... Ooh. No, 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 no! Don't want to burn myself. Woo! Oh. Okay. Well, I survived a while at least. So yeah, I think you got the idea there. As long as the arrow's on fire when he rolls over it, the ice cube melts. And then you can have a shot at the brain. Now, the brain is only prone, I think, when it's not glowing or pink. But I'm only guessing that. It just seemed to be that I was... But I might just be missing it. It's one of those situations where you can't be necessarily 100% sure what's going on, because of the speed things are happening at. Oh! Maybe it can be glowing pink. Oh no, now I'm going to embarrass myself. This is all going too well. Right, we're going to have 2 runs at the next boss, and then we're going to call it quits. And I'm going to call myself a Titan Souls Master and just ignore the fact that I'm useless most of the time and I just got lucky twice. Or maybe it's just the fact the more you play, the better you get, because I have had a few runs at this due to computer problems with the capture of this video. But yeah, very much a game where practice makes a perfect. Whoop! Suck it up. What's that great big thing whose eye and brain and heart are already missing? I wonder why. Is it because I killed them? Ooh, no! Splat. Splat, splat, splat. Yeah. This isn't gonna go well. I've never had much luck with this boss. Oh, up the stairs. Nice and calm. Oh, it's open already. Oops. Boink. Oh! Right in the noggin! Dark Souls Master! Dark Souls Titan Souls Master! Oops, get the name, get game name right, Alex. Perfect. That is about as good a run through of that first section as I am ever going to do. So I'm calling it, absolutely calling it quits there. I am out of here, on to the next section, and saying quite happily that I may never play that part of the game again if I can help it, just to keep the wonder of what I've just achieved. Oh, thunk. Thunk. Yay! Cool, so that is Titan Souls. If watching that didn't frustrate you too much, which you probably didn't because I had a better run there than the last time I tried recording it, absolutely grab it today. It's available on PC, Mac, and I believe PS4 as well, actually. So yeah, enjoy. See you next time.